Amos Garrett. Amos Garrett, born November 26, 1941, is an American-Canadian blues and blues rock musician, guitarist, singer, composer, and musical arranger. He has written instructional books about music and guitar. Garrett holds dual citizenship and was raised in Toronto and Montreal. He is best known for his guitar solo on Maria Muldaur's recording Midnight at the Oasis. He has written books about music, such as Amos Garrett's Stringbending, a master class. Over the course of his career, Garrett has recorded with more than 150 artists, ranging from Stevie Wonder, Todd, Rundgren and Pearls before Swine to Emmylou Harris, Rodney Crowell, Raitt and Martin Mull. He can be heard on Anne Murray's chart-topping rendition of Snowbird. The guitarist Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin stated Garrett was one of his favorite American guitar players in a 1975 Rolling Stone interview. Biography. Early years. Garrett was born in Detroit, Michigan, United States, on November 26, 1941. When he was 5, he was moved to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He studied piano and trombone at the Royal Conservatory of Music of Toronto. At 12, Garrett relocated to Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where he began playing guitar at 14. There, at the Esquire Club, he would learn while watching performers such as Ben E. King, T-Bone Walker, Fats Domino, and B.B. King. After studying English literature at Wabash College, he opted to pursue a career in music and moved back to Toronto in 1962. Career 1960s to 1970s. Garrett's first professional gig was accompanying Mike Settle at Carnegie Hall in the winter of 1963. Settle was the opening act for the comedian Vaughn Meader. From 1964 to 1967, Garrett played in the Toronto jug/string band, the Dirty Shames, which included Chick Roberts, Jim McCarthy, and Carol Robinson. It was during this period that Garrett and Roberts took John Hammond, Jr. to see Levon and the Hawks for the first time. The Hawks would later be recommended by Hammond to Bob Dylan. In 1968, Garrett began a 2-year stint of touring and recording with the Canadian duo Ian and Sylvia, which led to becoming a founding member of Great Speckled Bird. This band is featured in the film Festival Express, playing the song C.C. Rider with members of the Grateful Dead and Delaney Bramlett in 1970. As a special feature on the DVD release of the film, Great Speckled Bird is shown playing the Dylan Manuel song Tears of Rage. Garrett moved to Woodstock, New York, in 1970 to play in Maria and Jeff Muldaur's band. Based there, he performed and recorded with artists that were part of Albert Grossman's Bearsville stable, such as Bobby Charles, Todd Rundgren, and Jesse Winchester, and as a member of Paul Butterfield's Better Days. Garrett was also a member of Hungry Chuck, another Bearsville act, which was formed of ex-Great Speckled Bird members. They released an eponymous album in 1972. Garrett also played trombone on 2 songs for Jerry Garcia's second solo album, Compliments, released in 1974. He played the guitar solo on Maria Muldaur's hit single Midnight at the Oasis, which reached number 6 on the Billboard chart in June 1974. After living in Boston for 2 years, Garrett moved to San Francisco in 1976 to pursue session work. There, he continued as member and band leader of Maria Muldaur's group until 1978, toured the R&B circuits of North America, and recorded with more than 150 artists. Frontman. I wanted to sing. I loved to sing, but there was no way I could do so being a hired gun for bands. Amos Garrett. In 1978, Garrett decided to pursue fronting his own project, left Muldaur's group, His first solo album was 1980's Go Cat Go, which was followed by Amos Behavin' in 1982. He formed his backup band, the A-Team, around this time. Garrett shared performing and recording duties and co-wrote 2 songs for the 1988 album The Return of the Formerly Brothers with the late Doug Sahm and the pianist Gene Taylor. Queen Ida sat in on accordion. The album was awarded the inaugural 1989 Juno Award for Best Roots and Traditional Album. A follow-up live album, Live in Japan, was recorded in 1990 from performances by Garrett. In 1989, Garrett relocated to Turner Valley, Alberta. That year also brought the album I Make My Home in My Shoes, which paid tribute to his boyhood days, especially on Stanley Street, a song written in recollection of the Esquire Club. Garrett began his intermittent role as band leader and member of the Edmonton Folk Music Festival's Festival House Band in 1990, reprising it from 1994 to 2000, from 2002 to 2006, and from 2008 to 2012. With Garrett, the band has backed such acts as Richard Thompson, Solomon Burke, Ruth Brown, Rick Danko, Jay McShann, Johnny Johnson, and Roscoe Gordon. Birdman, released in 1992, was a collection of covers and originals. Garrett's covers were written by Bobby Charles and Percy Mayfield. Garrett was presented with an Alberta Music Industry Award in 1994. The album Off the Floor Live followed in 1996. It was recorded live with the A-Team at the Sidetrack Club in Edmonton. The Cold Club was a collaboration with Oscar Lopez, David Wilkie, Carl Roth, and Ron Cassett. They released an eponymous record in 1996. Maria Muldaur, Mike Lent, and Teddy Borowiecki guested on the album. Garrett released Amos Garrett's acoustic album in 2004. It features tracks written by Lead Belly and Hoagy Carmichael, among others. It was nominated for a 2005 Juno Award. This was followed by the 2008 release Get Way Back, a tribute to Percy Mayfield. Garrett was living in High River, Alberta in 2008. On November 6, 2011, Garrett conducted a clinic and then performed as part of the Sleepwalk Guitar Festival in Toronto. The festival was presented by Six Shooter Records and curated by Luke Dowsett. Other works. Garrett has authored instructional books about music and guitar. He has also released instructional albums and videos. Garrett is known as the fishing musician. He enjoys fishing and hopes to one day catch an Atlantic salmon of 20 pounds or more. Discography. Selected long plays. Compilation inclusions.